I'm Nancy Deckant, and I used watercolor to create the painting that you see behind me. One of my favorite ways to use watercolor is to play opaque colors like titanium white and coastal fog against more transparent colors like permanent rose and Andrews turquoise. Opaque paint lets me get that smoky, foggy, filtered light feeling into the painting. And I'm going to show you how to do that technique today. Are you ready? Here we go. Before I start painting, let's take a closer look at my palette. I use American Journey paint from cheapjoes.com. So I have a nice mix of transparent and opaque colors here. I've put a star on the name of each opaque paint. Opaque paints feel like they have more weight to them, and when transparent paints are surrounded by opaque colors, the transparent paints are less likely to feel like they're going to fly away. So I'm starting here on her hair. I'm laying down gamboge, and now I'm dropping in some permanent rose. Take a little ultramarine blue, but for the most part these colors are just going to stay warm. I'm adding permanent magenta right now, just because all these colors and underlayers just keep the eye interested. I'm taking the color Coastal Fog and just lightly touching the edges of the moist paint that's already on the paper and dragging them together. On the space above the couch, I'm leaving the white of the paper peeking through and laying down thin layers of permanent rose, Naples yellow, Andrews turquoise, and coastal fog, and all of these will serve as underlayers. And later on in the video, I'll do more with this area. Okay, this is Naples yellow. And I'm just going to add a little Andrews turquoise to the edge of that. I'm starting on the couch with underlayers of gamboge. And now I'm going to add some yellow ochre. It makes the couch feel more solid because it's opaque. Here I am just continuing to do the same, working on the couch, laying down warm, dark colors, dropping one color into the next before it dries. I'm dropping permanent magenta on top of permanent rose. Because light is hitting the edge of the couch, I'm keeping the colors up here lighter. Now I'm leaving some white and finishing off the couch with copper kettle and permanent magenta. Now while these paints are still moist, I'm using coastal fog and just dragging some of the color from the couch up into the space above it. And I'm taking coastal fog here and just dragging the colors from above right into the couch. Now I've picked up some permanent rose and I'm just dragging it into the coastal fog. Here I'm applying some reddish black. I've picked up some Naples yellow, mixed it with a little bit of Andrews turquoise. And now I'm going to add some peachy keen to it. These are all opaque colors that are going to just give that portion of the painting a little bit of weight. I'm going to finish up this couch, leaving some whites peeking through. Same warm colors that I have been using: copper kettle, yellow ochre, some permanent magenta. Making a little shadow out of copper kettle. Here I am dropping in a cool turquoise to contrast the beautiful warm colors already in the couch. I'm dropping in some peachy keen right here. While it's still wet, I'm dropping in some Andrews turquoise. I'm using permanent magenta to add some detail to the face. Finishing the details with cobalt blue adds a nice contrast to the warm colors that surround it. This is reddish black. A little paper towel for protection. Here's the fun part. I'm going to splash all these warm colors that I've been using so far. We've got permanent magenta, gamboge. Turn the paper so I can get the paint to run the way I want it to, and keep applying paint. Some Indian yellow. Here's some permanent magenta. I want to continue to hold on to the shape of the dress, so I'm going to do a little detailing here. Splashed on some poppy. For contrast, I'm adding Andrews turquoise. Now I'll continue on with warm yellows and reds. Using titanium white, I'm painting right over what is already there. When the paint is dry, those layers underneath will show through. Adding a little more turquoise for contrast. Here I'm using reddish black. This feature of the painting adds a contrasting, colorless area to this very colorful painting, and because it's so dark, it acts as an anchor to ground the painting. The last step is to go over the existing layers of the painting with coastal fog and titanium white. When these new layers of paint dry, the original layers underneath will subtly show through and give that filtered light effect I want. Here I'm lightening with a layer of titanium white and then softening the edges with a paper towel. As I continue to place opaque colors on the couch, I'm careful not to get paint on the dress. I want that portion of the painting to stay in those vibrant, transparent colors which attract more attention. That's where I want people to look. Well, I guess that's about it. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to contact me through my website and let me know your thoughts. Have a great day. Bye now.